The year is 1985. Nintendo just released its first console called the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. And boy, were they ready to
Tony!
Huh?
What's going on, man?
Dude, what's up, man?
Yo, How to Train Your Dragon, Wii U, best game ever. Nintendo is moving. Oh!
Dude, that's crazy.
I know, how good, right?
It sounds so sick. We gotta go get that.
Yeah.
Well, you already have it. I have to go get
just
it.
got it. Hello.
Can I borrow it?
Maybe
I
when I'm done.
already took it.
You son of a gun. Guys, Tony and Bill here with Whiskers Gaming. Welcome to this week's edition of Podcast Happiness.
It's happy. It's a podcast. It's podcast happiness, you dingle.
Yeah, seriously. We have a lot to talk about this week. There are some crazy things that have happened in the world of the internet and video games in the last week alone, especially as far as reveals
The
go.
remakes are coming out, you psychopaths.
Whoa.
You sorry.
You couldn't even contain yourself.
You
wanted to hold it off.
You wanted it and you got it. And by you, I mean me too. Everyone in the world.
Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire remade.
Oh my god.
Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby.
I can't. Just take the money. Just take it. Just here's the wallet.
My wallet's already empty because of these people. I just bought How to Train Your Dragon 2 for the Wii U. Like, you think I have this diaper money for rubies and sapphires? Where do you think I come from?
Yeah, not like you have like a lot of money or anything.
No, exactly. Ridiculous. But enough about Pokemon for like 10 minutes. Can we get off the topic for like 10 minutes?
No, we can't. No, we can't.
Alright, so there's a lot of reasons that this is really cool. That they're remaking it with the new X and Y engine. First of all, the graphics are going to be completely updated, which means the maps are going to be totally different.
Beautiful.
And they're going to look a lot better. And you're going to have rollerblades.
Rollerblades! Or roller skates, if you prefer calling them that. It's actually two different types of things.
Oh, yeah. Well,
some have 2 wheels on each, some have 4.
Yeah, it's a crazy world we live in.
That's enough about that.
So, and another cool thing that X and Y brought that I think Ruby and Sapphire is going to bring in, a lot of people also have been speculating, Mega Evolutions. Tony goes on the record of not liking many Mega Evolutions.
I don't.
He thinks a lot of them are dirt.
Dirty.
Like poo.
Ew.
Yeah, stank.
Smells like poop.
But looking at the cover art for these games, it's easy to see that it is distinctly possible, if not likely, that Kyogre and Groudon are going to have Mega Evolutions? Perhaps?
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, most likely. Mega Rayquaza.
Get out of town with Mega Rayquaza.
Alright, I'm not going to take that anymore. I'm staying. This is where I grew up. This is my town, so I'm staying here. And he's going to get a Mega Form.
Oh, man.
And he's going to tell them to stop fighting like he always does. And I don't know if they can understand each other.
I mean, they don't speak English.
They don't. Do you think, like, Pokemon, like, all, like, in the Pikachu episode, all the Pikachus understood each other?
Yeah.
But, like, can Pikachus understand,
like Squirtles?
I was trying to think of it cooler. Like, Gabumon?
Oh, Gabumon, yeah. Like, Gabumon speaks English, based on the show.
Oh, he does. Alright.
But Pikachu just goes, Pikachu, Pika. So either Pikachu's the one with brain damage, or different inclinations mean different things in Pikachu language.
Alright, so Pikachu and Squirtle, do you think they understand each other?
I mean, let's try to have a conversation right now. We'll tell you what it really means afterwards.
Alright.
I'll be Pikachu, you can be Squirtle, obviously.
Alright.
Pika.
Squirtle.
Pika.
Squirtle.
Pikachu.
Squirtle.
So I just asked Tony what he did today.
I just asked Bill if he had a whole bunch of coconuts I could borrow.
I told him, go get your own coconuts. What do you think this is? Some kind of gypsy village where I just give out coconuts? And he responded with,
I really want How to Train Your Dragon 2 for the Wii U. I guess it doesn't work. Forget it.
Yeah, it's hard.
The coconut thing was close. I guess I'm just gonna eat all this popcorn during this podcast.
Alright, so we went on an adventure today. I know we usually try to do an adventure every week. This week's adventure Not bad. Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
Definitely could have been worse. So we kind of just went to our local GameStop and mall, and I was looking for Mario Kart Wii, which I didn't have at one of the GameStops, so we went to the mall.
Thanks, GameStop.
Yeah.
Could you hear the sarcasm?
Preemptive wag of the finger to GameStop.
I like that.
For not carrying a Mario title.
But you can earn the redemption, and if anyone takes this idea and comes to my GameStop, or I guess now we've only been there one time, but I'm going to call it my GameStop, but they get redemption if they give me either their Yoshi's New Island stand thing or their Kirby's Triple Deluxe little standy thing on the 18th. Go to GameStop on the 18th and spam the employees and try to get their Kirby Triple Deluxe standy thing.
Do it.
And then mail them all to me so I could have a room full of them. Thanks, guys.
So, on our adventure, we did not actually get those things.
Yeah.
They said, you can't have them yet.
No, I work at GameStop.
So we went to FYE Games.
Thank you, FYE Games, for having what we actually wanted. Mario Tennis for fucking $25. Just kidding.
Was it really $25?
It was like $15-$20.
What's the value on that?
Like, I think like $12 or $15.
Yeah,
it's actually...
So, I bought Mario Kart Wii. They tried to sell me some kind of membership thing. I said, do I get a discount? And they're like, yeah, but you gotta do. And it was like a long convoluted speech, and I just said, no thanks. And I bought Mario Kart. And then, we didn't buy anything else there. But we did stop on the way home at the movie theater. And we bought a large tub of popcorn.
They also tried to sell
They also tried to sell me some kind of membership thing. And I said, does it get me popcorn for cheaper than $8.25 for a gallon? And
that's how popcorn's made.
And they're like, no, it doesn't make it any cheaper. And I said, have a good day, sir. Can I have a takeout bag for this popcorn?
In which he gave you a garbage bag.
He gave me a garbage bag to put it in. It worked.
He gave you some song and dance, too, about why. Just use that. You can slap me.
Yeah.
I don't know why I gave you some spiel about why they use, or how they use the garbage bags.
And I didn't care. I was just like, give me a garbage bag, Clyde.
Just his name was not... I know his name, too. That's the funny part.
All right, Marcus, whatever.
All right. I just want to say thank you to Tennis Bubba 13 for telling me to play Mario Kart Double Dash.
Did you play it yet?
No, obviously. I don't listen to anybody who comments on this shit. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're going to play in a couple minutes. And Mr. Bubba, or Mr. 13, unless that's your father, I will tell you how it was on next week's podcast. And you are now a fish, and I'm reeling you in to watch the next episode.
Also, thanks to Amethyst Mario, who's been commenting on every episode of the podcast thus far.
We like that. We appreciate that.
We're naming him our current #1 fan.
Da, 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 da.
With that label comes a lot of responsibility. Just try to keep commenting.
That's really all we ask of
That's
you.
all we ask. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell your grandma. Tell your dog.
You actually don't have to do any of that stuff. You got Employee of the Month, but for a podcast.
But really, tell your dog.
Make sure you tell your dog.
That's the important part.
All 6 of them.
So, last week, we asked the viewers, listeners, whatever you want to call you people, the Whiskers.
Our friends. Oh, our Whiskers. I like that.
You guys are Whiskers. And we asked what your favorite Kirby ability was. And we have a long laundry list of favorite Kirby abilities.
That looks more like a Twitter list, not really laundry.
It is a Twitter list. It's quite the Twitter list. And a lot of the people said a lot of different things from a lot of different games. So going down the list, going back to Bubba, he liked Ninja and Whip Kirby from the newer games, I think. Because the Ninja and Whip Kirbys I think they're pretty good. They combine a lot of the older, like, out-of-date powers into one thing and just kind of crap on people. A lot of people are liking the yo-yo.
A lot of yo-yo love.
I don't think I know what the yo-yo power is.
I also do not know.
I'm not sure what game that's from, so if you guys wouldn't mind letting us know.
We're slacking, honestly, if we don't know.
Seriously, we are.
One of, like, the best Kirby things.
I mean, but we don't waste our time on a lot of Kirby things when we could be playing How to Train Your Dragon 2 for the Wii U.
Real games.
Come on now. Marius?
Super Marius?
Get out of towns. Let's see. Ryan says, gotta go with the plasma with a charge shot. Come on, man. Waffleman498, classic sword Kirby beats all. It's like Link Kirby. It's not a bad Kirby.
I like swords and I like pink balls.
Yeah. Hey, what's not to love?
TM Sonic 1228, like Sonic Kirby and Solid Snake Kirby. So those are those real? Or
those are real.
I guess Smash Bros.
Smash Bros counts as a Kirby game. I mean,
we talked about Smash last week for the most part, so he's just trying to fit in, and you're doing a pretty good job. So thank you.
TM, keep it classy.
Stay fly, my man.
And you got a couple other people, just Yo-Yo, Fighter, Sword.
No, now at the very top it says UFO.
Faux show. All right.
I want to see what that is. We have to look that up.
Oh, you don't know what the UFO power is in Kirby?
No.
Oh, you can basically fly forever, shoot laser beams, and fly forever.
What?
And you don't even swim. You're just a UFO underwater.
Really?
Yeah. So
what game is that in?
I know it's in Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland at least. It's probably in a couple of the other like Dreamland games. But it's a good one.
A good one.
And
I'll have to look into
my man Euron likes the exploding shurikens from Kirby 64 and the rock carve ability, which is rock and cutter. Because you get to be the little tiny bird that flies, go and roll and fly, and you're a rock and just invincible basically. It's good stuff. You can also be a fish.
Fish! You have to say that every time you say fish.
Fish!
That leads me to ask you what your favorite sucker ability is, and I guess that's the name of it.
Alright, so I have a couple of favorite Kirby abilities. I don't know if this is going to be like a traditional top 5 that we normally do. I think we're just going to bounce back some good ones.
I only got one. Honestly, I really can't.
Like, I have like 2 or 3 that I really like. I love the mallet. Kirby's mallet ability. It's just pretty simple. You walk around, you got a huge hammer, you belt the crap out of enemies, and they die, and you win. And I already mentioned the rock carving ability that Euron likes is amazing. How about you, Tone?
My favorite Kirby power is from Kirby 64, definitely double rock.
Ooh,
because you are
Big Daddy.
You're just Big Daddy fat ass, and you just walk around like you're just honestly like you are Rick Ross.
It's literally the Rick Ross ability.
And you just walk around, and anything that touches you dies,
just like in real life. Wow. Get him. Sorry, I put Tony out of commission.
Yeah. He's awesome. Double fire is really cool too. But double rock, you're just a goddamn boss at that point, honestly. You're just no fucks.
One of my other favorite Nintendo 64 Kirby abilities is combining rock with electricity. And maybe that's what they're talking about with the yo-yo ability. Because you basically make a giant rock yo-yo and it just kills people. Like Zibbity Zap.
Like Zibbity Zap.
That's right. That's right.
I like that.
Absolutely. If you guys have any other awesome Kirby abilities that you enjoy playing with, let us know in the comments below. Please. Right
down there.
They're right there. All you do is type words. It's not hard.
It doesn't even have to be a Kirby ability. You could just type in stuff.
Yeah, anything.
You could just type whatever you want.
Like what color your cat is.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah.
It's new.
Yeah.
People haven't been using it for too long, so if you want to try to make something innovative, yeah. 10 points to anybody that can guess my favorite
You got something, Tone?
No, nothing. My favorite food. And I have 2 favorites. 10 points if you can guess them. 30 points if you can get both of them. But nobody's going to do that. So.
And 50 points if you can guess who his favorite Super Smash Bros. Character is.
Ooh, wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You can't just hand out the points.
What? How would they know unless they're following along with our podcast?
Well, now they're going to go listen to every episode. Oh, you sly dog. 50 points to anyone that knows my favorite Super Smash Bros. Character.
Ha ha. So today is Mother's Day.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, moms.
Thanks, moms.
Without moms, there wouldn't be listeners.
Without moms, we wouldn't be able to talk.
It's true. My mom taught me how to talk.
My mom made me.
Nice. So, you know who doesn't like Mother's Day that much? Cubone.
Don't make me sad.
I mean...
Don't make me sad.
Where's his mama's... Where's the mama's skull? It's just... Is it too soon? Is that...
Yes, it is too soon. But a very good segue into how well Game Freak and Pokemon are doing.
Oh my
because
god.
Because of Pokemon the Origins, Pokemon the beginning, whatever you want to call it, that 4-episode series.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
That was, like, incredible. So, and now, like, the remakes and X and Y were really good, and
So, what are a couple... We'll just, like, bounce off, like, maybe, like, 3 Pokemon each.
Okay.
What are...
Pikachu, Charmander, and, I don't know.
Alright, we're getting back to...
Mike Tyson.
We're getting back to the Ruby Sapphire remakes.
Okay.
What are 3 Pokemon you want to see with Mega Evolutions?
This is maybe a shot in the dark, but maybe the 3 Reggies.
Mega Regice, Mega Registeel, and Mega Regirock?
Yes. I think that'd be pretty cool. I mean, they got, like, Regigigas.
Regigiggles?
Giggles. Mega Regibudges. He'd be badass. He'd be big.
He'd be a huge dude.
Tall as fuck. Yep. That's only one answer for 3 Pokemon.
Now, you know who I'd like to see as a Mega? I think it'd be badass.
Who?
Mega Steelix.
That'd be pretty sick.
Like,
that'd be sick.
Because Steelix is already, like, badass as it comes, but he's, like, a little underwhelming as a playable Pokemon.
That's true.
So, like, a Mega Steelix, just, like, totally bumped up, like, attack and speed.
That'd be good, yeah. Because he's intimidating until you know what I mean?
Until you realize that it's just a Steelix.
Just Surf Attack is going to kill your whole day. Like, you're
like, Low Kick. Low Kick will straight up murder him.
Because it's like, you go in the Elite Fours and you're like, here's my Onix, and you're like, okay, I don't care about you. And then he's like, yeah, but now it's a Steelix, and you're like, okay, the statement stands. I don't care about you. You're still going to get one-shotted. You're a noob.
Exactly.
Except now you just painted yourself silver. It's just
trying to be fancy.
It's just not... I'm just not having it.
Alright, who's another Pokemon you'd like to see Mega formed?
Definitely Mega Volbeat.
Mega Volbeat.
Hell yeah. Just kidding.
Illumise as well?
Oh, that's how you pronounce it.
I don't know how you pronounce it.
I always called it Alumnis. Like, like kind of like the alumni.
Oh,
but, oh yeah.
Oh, I actually don't know how it's actually.
Illumise, Vietnamese.
I think that's where it comes from.
I honestly absolutely hate both of them.
They're dirt Pokemon.
Yeah, I hate Whismur when you go in that cave with the Wingle Man.
Ooh, but a Mega Explode?
Yeah, right? That's a good idea.
That'd be awesome.
That's good. Honestly, I like... Alright, this is the thing, not to like get off topic, even though it's still partly on topic, but when they remade Fire Red and Leaf Green, you were just able to play everything to either like Game Boy Advance or DS, you know what I mean? But then the problem with, I didn't think they were actually going to make these remakes because I figured you already have everything Game Boy Advance and up. Now the problem, I don't know, well they made it so now everything is like 3DS to like DS, but now the thing is, they already remade the original games in Fire Red and Leaf Green, but now they are only on Game Boy Advance. So you have 5 other generations of Pokemon on DS and up, now including the new ones, but are they going to remake the original 2? That's a question that I want to ask everybody.
Will they remake Fire Red and Leaf Green?
Or even Red and Blue, or...
Yellow.
Oh my god, we just solved it. We just solved the
they should just come out with Yellow and Crystal.
Ooh.
Because Crystal was phenomenal.
See,
and Yellow was
so good.
And Yellow was just, Yellow.
Yellow was... Imagine Yellow with the new, like, graphics.
Yeah, Pikachu, like, running behind you and stuff.
Oh my god. That'd be incredible, actually. I think that might... You see, I'm confused because like I really thought they were just gonna make Z. That's just what I was expecting.
I think they're gonna stop doing those. To be honest with you, I think instead of like what they did with Black 2 and White 2, like instead of Black 1 and White 1, they could have just done Black, Pokemon Gray, and been like whatever. But they did Black 2, White 2. Were able to incorporate a whole new story and make 2 games out of it.
I liked that story a lot, actually.
Black 2, White 2?
Yeah, the different starting point and everything, yeah. Heads up for everyone, I'm going to be at the midnight release of Ruby and Sapphire at Nintendo World in New York. You're invited.
Oh, sweet, thanks, man.
And everyone at home is invited.
This is in November.
I went to the X and Y midnight release, and honestly, it was like one of the worst experiences of my life. It was absolutely terrible.
So you want to go back?
I would love to go back for Pokemon.
Why?
I don't
Because
really
you have
know.
a whole train ride to play it.
Oh my god! No, do we have time for a story time?
Yeah,
segment?
story time. Let's do it.
All right, so I went with my good friend Yuki.
Shout out
to Yuki. Him and I went. We were like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool. X and Y is gonna be amazing." It literally wrapped around like wherever it was. We got to New York City at like, I think it was like 6:30, and the line was already like 1,000 or if not more deep, like in people. It like wrapped around a block of New York.
Wow.
And we were hungry, so I was like, why don't we?
One of us stay in line. One of us.
I thought we were just gonna walk around New York, and it was a Friday night, and I was like, let's just enjoy
New York City.
Yeah, and then wait in this line at like midnight or so. That's not what ended up happening. We got in line at like 7 o'clock, and we stood in that line until like 3 o'clock in the morning. This is no exaggeration. We got that game at like 2:30 in the morning.
Why?
And literally, like, it was not that it was like the build up was like just like we made friends, in line, like with the people. We pretty much like are like cousins now, but just like But and then like it was a weird adventure because it was a lot of standing and waiting, and it got to the point like, are we ever gonna get this? But then we met like a drunk Spanish guy after we had to go use the bathroom in this deli, and he was just like babbling, and he peed himself. This is not made up. He literally was laughing and drunk and showing us the pee-pee spot on his jeans. He kind of looked like Super Mario a little bit in a non-racist way. And I was just having a lot of fun with him, honestly, because he was drunk, like, what was he gonna do besides pee more? Yeah. And then the train I thought was gonna leave at like 5:30 a.m. and the train station didn't even open until like 6, so we got fooled. Then we had to wait another hour. I got home at like
8 in the morning.
I literally got home so late, and when we got off the train, I had to drive like 45 minutes back to my house because it was from Rye, New York.
Ugh.
Yeah, so
that's like an hour.
Yeah, and then I slept until 2 o'clock. So what I could have done, the alternative for this terrible decision making, was I could have done whatever I wanted on a Friday night, stayed home and watched anything or played any game, or gone out in New York City and actually enjoyed a Friday night in the city, and then I just could have woken up Saturday morning like normal.
Went to GameStop.
Yes, and just bought the
game at 10 in the morning.
And I got, the only things I got like an X and Y poster. I have like these like little weird not cards, they're like bigger, like a little bigger than like a postcard, and they have like Sylveon and Hydreigon on them. I took a whole bunch because like I waited 8 hours. Like,
goddamn right.
Give me something. And then I got these little like Burger King toy Pokeballs that I actually just sold to Yuki yesterday for $10 a piece. Yeah, so you could sell them on eBay.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
But yeah, that trip was terrible. But I did it for Pokemon because I love Pokemon. I love you, Pokemon, all you've done for me.
And you would do it again.
And honestly, like, I don't want to do it again, but I'm probably going to do it again. So, Cat's on everything on Instagram if you want to know what I look like. And if you see me there, you come up and say hello. And if this man's with me, you already know what he looks like. You're going to come up and say hi.
That's right. I look like a boy.
Kinda.
With hair.
Oh, yeah, you do have some hair.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's my story. That
was a good story.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, I wonder... I'm trying to think now, like, with this Ruby and Sapphire remake, because I know with previous remakes, they've included either, like, more regions or more things to do, like extra dungeons or caves. I'm wondering what they're going to do with Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, maybe, like a train to Johto would be nice.
Ooh.
Or a hot air balloon to Kanto.
Okay, a hot air balloon is good.
It'd take a while, but you get there.
Now, like, I really do like this generation. Honestly,
Gen 3?
Yeah, I think
I like it.
It was honestly Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and I didn't play Emerald until a few months ago. Actually, I never played Emerald as a kid. I think it was maybe last year I got it. My friend gave it to me for my birthday. But Ruby and Sapphire were really good games. Like, you can just see how good Pokemon is because it started amazing, and then Gold and Silver were I love Gold and Silver, and then Ruby Sapphire changed a little bit, but not enough to change anything. It just, the Pokemon Nintendo just does everything so well. Game Freak are just geniuses, and I think 3rd gen is like peak Pokemon.
It was a good gen. It was, I think Emerald may be one of the best Pokemon games.
Yeah, so
because Ruby and Sapphire were pretty good, but the story from Emerald.
Was so
it's
good.
Just so much more fun and makes so much more sense than the other two.
Yeah.
It's just it's good. It's just good.
It's just so good. Comment and tell us what your favorite Pokemon game of all time is from all 22 of them, from blue to
Y.
X and Y. Blue and red, X and Y. Or green if you live in the other country.
Japan.
Japan. That's
Japan. It. There we go. We mess that one up sometimes. It's hard to spell. You know what I think we should talk about? And we didn't plan for this. I think we should talk about what got us into Pokemon.
Oh my, yeah, that's a good...
Our Pokemon origin story.
Ooh! Alright, you tell yours. You came up with the idea and I'll try to think of how mine started.
So, Pokemon origin story. Pokemon's been around for a pretty long time. At least 3 years. So, 3 years ago I was in the, 3rd, 4th grade. And, Pokemon was a big thing. It had just come out. I actually did not have a Game Boy, so I wasn't able to get it on that train right when it came out. But I was able to start off with the Pokemon cards and the anime. Mm-hmm. So I was anime show was awesome. I was yeah, Pokemon, let's do it right. And I did the Pokemon card thing. And I didn't like sports as a kid. This is important. Because my parents would bribe me to play sports by buying Pokemon cards for me. They're Bill, we want you to play baseball this year. If you play baseball for the whole year, we're going to give you all the starter decks of the Pokemon game. I was like, okie dokie.
Wow.
I got 4 starter decks for playing a year of the most miserable T-ball in my life.
That doesn't even add up now because those starter decks were $10
a piece.
Yeah,
it was $40.
Yeah, they literally just bribed you with you have no idea.
It was diaper money.
That's lunch money. That's nothing.
That's less than lunch money. $40 a year investment for this kid to play sports. All right.
On top of whatever it costs. Yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah, it's all good, and he's happy. We're happy.
He's not really happy.
So, but with the Pokemon cards, I did a lot of trading when I was a kid. I actually traded an Alakazam card for a copy of Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good trade.
That's a pretty good trade.
I still have that Final Fantasy II copy laying around here somewhere as well. And then I also started borrowing my friend's Game Boy to play Pokemon Red.
Ooh.
It was an old school, it was a green Game Boy. It's a big mamma jamma. And I didn't really know how to play the game that much, when I first started.
Yeah.
So, I was kind of a stupid kid. And...
You were?
Yeah. So, it was already a started file, and my buddy was at the 2nd gym. And I could have sworn I just could not leave Cerulean City. I didn't know how to leave Cerulean City. I'm I don't know how badges work. I don't know how gyms work. I just go around. I was in the grass fighting with a Charizard. So I got nervous. I thought I did something to screw up the game. So I restarted the game.
Oh, what? With a Charizard?
He had a Charizard.
Oh my god, that's...
In Cerulean City.
I've never done that. That's a lot.
All he had was a level 38 Charizard. I'm damn, he went ham training.
That's a lot of training.
So I restarted the game with a Charizard and just tried to like get back to where I was, and like by the time I got to that point in the game, I had figured it all out, and it made a lot more sense. And I was like, I did not need to restart this game. But then, like later that year, I was like, Mom, it's my birthday in like 8 months. Can you buy me a Game Boy this week? She said no. I was like, oh, that hurts. So she bought me a Game Boy later on that month. She actually bought a Game Boy for me and a Game Boy for it was Game Boy Colors, actually. It was Game Boy Color for me and a Game Boy Color for my sister.
Ooh.
So I had the purple one.
I had the purple one as well.
And my sister had the pink one.
Ooh.
And
it's a brother-sister type of thing.
We traded backs. Because you had to trade backs.
I never did that.
See, like, that was the thing that we all did. Like,
Never.
Everybody in my family. Like, I ended up with a lime green back.
Really?
With the purple. I thought that looked fresh.
See, I was, not to cut off your story, I was like, because, like, I think it was probably second grade.
Yeah.
First or second grade. I don't know if I got cards or the game first, but I never traded my cards. Because I had some weird... I still kind of have a weird OCD, but not really, because I'm, Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. But, yeah, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! By the way. Or I did. That's a different story. Yeah. But, yeah, I had, like, this weird OCD. Everything had, like, sentimental value to me. So, if, like, somebody in my family got cards for me, I could not trade them to anyone. Now, I'm older. I don't really care. But I still have those cards, too, most of them.
Mm. I remember in elementary school when Pokemon cards like were allowed, and I remember the day that like everything got banned.
Worst day ever.
Comment on how big of a nerd I was though in elementary school. I would pray for indoor recess because every day I brought either a Nintendo Power or a player's guide to school, and I would just like sit and read it.
Really?
How sad is that?
That's pretty sad.
Like, kids are, like, playing sports, and I'm just like, nah, I got my Mario RPG player's guide right here.
I just want to read.
Just want to read.
Inside.
And that's how I got into Pokemon.
Yeah? Any more of that?
No, we got the Game Boys. My sister and I got the games. I was like, Mom, we need a link cable. How would you forget about it? It's like, sorry. Hitler. I was like, Mom, don't call me Hitler. I'm 8 years old.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, what's a Hitler? And then I asked Tony how he got into Pokemon.
I didn't even know you back then, so that's a lie. Hitler. Just kidding. Yeah. I remember, I don't know if it was the cards or the game first, but I remember being at my aunt's house, which is rare because I'm like never at my aunt's house now, and I got Pokemon Blue. It was right around Christmas time, and I opened it at her house. I don't know who got it for me or why. I still have that blue version, and that started it all for me. And I don't, this but kind of bothers me. I'm pretty sure I picked Charmander. And I like to think now that as a kid, I definitely would have picked Charmander. Because I'm really thinking about getting a Charmander tattoo somewhere.
Okay.
No joke. I love him. But I really want to know if I picked him. Because I really don't remember. But I really think I picked Charmander. But, yeah. That's pretty much how it got started for me. Then I forget what I think my first card ever was a Diglett from, like, the original set.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like, I remember at one point I collected them. I had like 4. That's a good collection. Yeah. Because it was like 3D. It was weird for a card. Yeah. I don't know. And then like my grandpa, I'd go over my grandparents' house every Sunday, and they would say, they would give me a pack every Sunday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this was like when Pokemon cards first got big.
The Pokemon card craze was crazy.
Remember that? It was like they
limited, like in like KB Toys and stuff. They like limited how many packs at a time you could buy. They're like, you can buy 3 packs at a time.
It was that was a good time of my life.
My sister, my mom, and my dad all went into the store separately and bought packs, which is weird in retrospect because we sent a like 7 or 8-year-old girl into a store by
By herself.
to buy Pokemon cards. Times were different back then.
Times were different back then. You could do that.
Nowadays, it's like you send a 7-year-old anywhere and they're getting honey boo booed.
Honey boo booed.
You end up eating sketty on the streets.
Yeah. But those were good times, though. Honestly, like when
They
it
were
was
good
like
times.
it's like the original set, and then the Jungle Booster set, and then the Fossil set.
I have all 3 sets
completed. I almost have all 3 sets completed.
I have binders up in my attic.
I have binders too.
I have the
your attic.
And I have you do you do. I have the Jungle set and the Fossil set in complete first edition.
Ooh,
yeah.
You little son of a bitch.
And I have the base set in like mostly first edition.
Really?
Yeah.
I just like. I think I put a picture on my Instagram of the Charizard. Like, I'll never forget when my grandpa got me the Charizard. The Charizard.
Oh,
Everyone knows what Charizard.
Absolutely.
And that is just... Actually, like, a few... I think it was...
How does Fire Spin do 100 damage?
Okay, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Can we just stay straight up that Fire Spin is probably the worst Fire-type move?
It's bad. Except in Pokemon Stadium. If it hits, it is really good.
That is really... Yeah, it's just like you win.
But yeah, and then I'll never forget, because in 5th grade I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I played Yu-Gi-Oh! When it first came out.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I'll never forget, talking about recess, we had, this was like this was like the Prohibition Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards.
God.
Like, yeah, like you're not allowed to have them. And I'll never ever
Yugi's.
forget, Banned Yugs. My friend and I were at recess. He had the Dark Magician, the Yugi deck, and I had the Kaiba deck. I had Blue Eyes. And like I still have that card, and I definitely do. And we were playing each other in recess, and people were watching, and this shit was like going down.
Super hype.
Yeah, it was Chris and I actually.
Oh
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we were in the same recess.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you guys know who Chris was, yeah, it was like intense shit. And like this Blue Eyes is like my favorite card, one of them of all time. And I'm like, I'll never forget, we were having like a sick battle. This was before there was like sacrificing. We didn't even know what sacking monsters was. It was just you have a big ass monster, you put them on the field.
Oh shit.
No fucks. This was like early Yu-Gi-Oh!
No rules used.
No rules used. And I'll never forget the principal or the vice principal. He comes in. I don't remember what his title was. He comes in and like he starts like complimenting the class because I don't remember like who was being loud or this or that.
Wait, was it Gags or Next?
It was. Oh, I didn't go to the same school as you.
No,
I went to Bungay.
You weirdo.
You're a weirdo. And they were always like, it's Bungie, not Bungay, because we can't call it that, because everyone knows what gay is when you go in the 5th grade, and you start ragging on it, and they go through the same shit every year.
So true.
I love how like everyone's just gonna like stalk me now, because now everyone knows everything about me.
They know we live in Connecticut.
There you go, surprise. We actually live in Peru. And anyway, yeah. And then he literally said, I like how those kids, like, are doing something, and I like how those kids are doing something. And then he pointed to us, and he goes, I like how those kids are, like, being quiet and playing with their cards. Our cards were banned, asshole! You implemented the law that we couldn't have these cards.
Oh, no.
And then you complimented on us on how good we were behaving, how well we were behaving. I don't remember who won that game. I still have that Blue Eyes.
It doesn't even matter who won that game. You guys won the battle.
We won the battle. We won the war because, well, actually not. But I topped Nationals in 2011, Pittsburgh. That was a couple years ago. And I topped Forward YCS Atlanta with wind-ups. I started wind-ups, not to brag. And I topped Long Beach, California, the 100th YCS. And Chicago. My name's Anthony Pasquarello. Look me up on YouTube.
His name is actually Cats on Everything.
Don't look that up on YouTube.
Look that up on Instagram.
Please!
So, all we're trying to tell you this, guys, like, the whole reason we're telling you this is bring back Mewtwo.
Bring him back!
Can we please just bring him back? He needs to come back to Smash.
That's all we want.
Like, all this exposition that we're going on about, it's just one giant ploy to bring back Mewtwo.
That's the entire reason we started the podcast.
It's a movement. So
that story, not to cut you off, that story like started with Pokemon, ended with Yu-Gi-Oh! But those are my two like childhood things, and in video games, in Sonic the Hedgehog guy.
So we'll talk about him. Don't we worry.
We're getting there. Alright, let's move along. Go ahead. Bring us into it.
So, well, before we jump into that, I would like to hear from you guys. I want you to tell us what got you guys into the Pokemon craze. How did you get introduced? What did you start off with? Watching the show, playing the cards, playing the Vidya James, whatever. If it's Pokemon and it was the first time you did something with it, you let us know.
You tell us.
Now we're going to get back to Sonic the goddamn Hedgehog.
Because he is...
our lemon of
the week!
Of the week!
Of the week!
Squeeze! Because he's a lemon.
Oh, I get it.
Alright, so Sonic the Hedgehog.
And Tails.
Oh. Asterisk.
Asterisk.
So for those who don't know, Lemon of the Week is basically, we pick a character or anything, person, place, thing, and we explain to you why it's not a good thing. Basically why he's a lemon. And, yeah, for those who don't know, a lemon
is a Goomba. And for those who don't know what a Goomba is, it's...
a jalopy.
And for the... now you have it. Tell
And for those who don't know what a jalopy is...
it's an asswipe. It is a loser.
It's a clown.
It is a fraud. A big fat phony.
A jerk-face McGee's ex.
An idiot jerk idiot.
Yeah, peas on his head.
Fools.
Basically, a lemon.
Once upon a time, when Sonic the Hedgehog was cool, he was running around in video games for the Sega Genesis, such as...
eating his chili dogs.
Eating chili dog. I have the VHS tapes, by the way, and they're fun. Probably should watch them one day.
Alright.
And he's just like, he's so fucking cool. Sonic is the man. And he's always just like, that's no good. And he's just like, I'm Sonic. And then Tails is like a Pokemon, except he doesn't say his own name. All he says is Sonic, because every time he dies, he's like, Sonic! And he's just such a little bitch. So you're a little lemon of the week too, Tails. Miles, whatever you want to be called. I don't care.
So,
yep.
So let's get into it. I got a couple of reasons why Sonic is a lemon of the week.
How come?
First of all, Sonic is afraid of forward progress. Now, right off the bat, you may think, that doesn't make sense. He's always moving forward, making progress through those levels. But you're not thinking long term. He is taking out technology. Technology makes the world go round. He destroys robots. Robots! And that's technology. That's for the future. He hates medical equipment. He hates robots.
Yeah, but there's animals trapped inside the robots. Sonic doesn't know what an iPad is.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
I'm pretty sure new Sonic knows who...
Wait, new Sonic?
New
like
Sonic.
Green, or like new Sonic with like tape around his wrists?
New Sonic with tape around his wrists knows what an iPad is.
I don't want to... He's a lemon. I hate him.
Why do you have tape on your wrists?
You're not cool.
You don't punch people.
You used to be cool.
Yeah, back when you ate chili dogs. Now you're probably a vegan. How true.
I was vegetarian for like 6 days.
Yeah, worst 6 days of your life, wasn't it?
When I was 11, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah. I can see that. He doesn't... He's just a lemon.
Plus he hates humans.
When I was a child, everything that we talk about today has gone back to when we were children.
Yeah.
Because that's like when we like... Maybe things are still as good as they were now, but we just are not as ignorant. Because back then, like, we didn't expect anything, so when something was cool, it was just cool.
Yeah.
Now, everything has an asterisk next to it. It's like, oh, now this is cool, but I just can't beat the first boss of Pikmin, because fuck you. Like, I don't even know if they have bosses in Pikmin. Yeah. But Sonic used to be cool, and he was always, like, cool. He was just cool. Like, I wanted to be like Sonic. Like, I'm not really like that fast like Sonic, but kind of fast. But he just like always said the right thing. He was like, think fast, limp fast, act fast.
Oh.
That's so cool!
He was Nike. He was the Nike of video games.
He was that fast. Like, God damn it, Sonic, you're so cool. Now he's like, my eyes, I got contact lenses, they're green. I got dumb sayings now. Everyone likes Shadow more than me. Everyone likes
You're
Silver.
too slow!
Ah!
Basically, he's talking down to people now instead of just act fast, think fast, be fast.
Be a dog.
And a cat. Yeah, at the same time, simultaneous.
At the same time, and a boy and a girl. And
Now,
Yeah.
this is what I was thinking. Like,
All right.
this is like a little. This is Chicken's, outrageous theory of the week.
That's a new segment.
What if Sonic the Hedgehog comes from the perspective of, Sonic and Tails, but, they're really just like a hedgehog and like a fox who just kind of live out in the woods. And like all these levels that they're running through are just like this dude's backyard. This dude being Dr. Eggman. And like the robots that they're killing, like they're fucking with his lawnmower. And they're like...
His George Foreman grill.
It's like George Foreman grill. And these are like boss fights. His like lawnmower, his weed whacker, his, George Foreman grill. And he's just trying to chase them, like, get the fuck off my lawn. Like, you're jumping on rocks and you're digging holes. And you're flying around with your two tails, you crazy fox. Get out of my yard. And what if, like, it's really like Sonic and Tails are the bad guy? Because they're just fucking with this old man.
Have you ever done acid?
No.
Because that is some really weird, bench round theory. Weird, like I'm gonna go make a creepypasta out of this after I take a whole bunch of, like, caps and stems from shrooms. I'm just gonna sit and zone out and like, really, really just, like, deteriorate everything that has come out of Sonic and Tails and just, like, put them back to, like, the most minuscule form of what they could be. And just animals. That's like the equivalent of you saying Pokemon are just, like, animals that are, like, cockfighting.
I mean, let's be real, though.
You're a sick boy.
It's what they are. It's what they're doing, man.
Alright, I appreciate this segment and your outrageous idea.
It was outrageous.
But I'm very quickly gonna jump into another segment and disregard that completely. Because that is not what I ever want to think when I think of Sonic and Tails.
Fair enough.
Which brings us into something.
Tip of the hat?
Tipping of the hat, wagging of the finger.
Tip!
Tip, if you're listening, do you think Tip listens to our shit?
Absolutely not.
Definitely doesn't do it.
0% chance.
Tip, if you're listening right now,
Call us out.
Call
us out.
And I want you to say the password. The password is Murph540.
He'll know.
He'll know.
He'll know.
He'll know.
So tip of the hat, wag, wiggity wag of the finger.
Oh man, I wrote the tip of the hat and the wag of the finger down before we did the podcast, and now we talked about them already, and now...
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's okay, because I guess it kind of correlates to what we're talking about.
So, we can still make, tips and wags.
I'm gonna tip, and I'm gonna wag.
Let's hear a tip.
I'm tipping Game Freak.
Oh!
Because you do everything right! Oh my god, I love you! Except, please bring back Mewtwo, if you know what I'm saying. That's not really your department, but if you could put a
get
good word in.
Sakurai on the phone and be like,
yeah,
hey...
just talk to him. Just use your sweet lips.
You used it on us, and it works pretty well.
It works every time.
Because we just throw money at you like whores off the street. I don't know.
Because they have money. I waited 8 hours in New York City until 3 in the morning to get 2 games for the same price. Except I paid $20 from it yesterday.
I
love you.
But seriously, you're good. Wag of the finger? Shopping on Sundays.
Wag of the finger to shopping on Sundays.
You can... Alright, so Sunday is a day that I feel... If I'm off, I can get a lot of shit done.
Yeah, you can.
I did a lot of yard work today, and then I'm like, wow, I still have a lot of time in the day.
Yeah, it's early.
I was like, Tony, we're chilling, let's go.
Yay.
And we get to the mall, and it's like 5:40.
Early.
Yeah, we're
That's
like,
early.
5:40 is early. Like, my bedtime's not until like 8:40.
Yeah, we got like at least an hour and a half to kill.
Exactly. And over the loudspeaker, we hear this guy.
Joe Schmo.
What does Joe Schmo say, Tony? Tell him what he said.
You had... Time is... let me start that over. Can you say that? And then
Tony, tell him what he said.
The time is now 5:40. You have 20 minutes until the mall closes. He said it 3 times in a row.
Like, the time is now 5:40. The mall closes. Get the fuck out of my stores.
Get out of here. That guy didn't even work at the mall.
Like...
Tony's outrageous theory of the week.
Tony's outrageous theory. Let's hear it.
Maybe that guy was only in our heads because we knew that we had to leave in 20 minutes.
No.
Maybe. That's not as outrageous as you, but maybe.
But we both heard him.
Yeah, so yeah, because we're the same person.
Oh, shit.
In two different bodies, and we both think the same way. We both thought, wow, we only have 20 minutes until the mall closes. And, like, when we think of people scolding us, we immediately think of our father figures with manly voices.
Hey.
Hey, you kid, knock that off.
Go to sleep in 20 minutes.
That's a special guest of the week. Yeah. So,
Dad?
wag of the finger to that guy, too.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's my outrageous
wagging
theory.
Wagging a finger. Yeah. Wagging a finger to your outrageous story because
this podcast is gonna get really weird if we keep this segment.
I can't wait. I'm actually excited about it.
I'm gonna think about more during the week.
Like, it's like we don't even do drugs. That's the best part.
We don't need to.
We just have dumb theories. If you guys have dumb theories, post them in the comments below.
Let's do not. We are not about to ask the internet what their theories are.
Yes, we are. Because if some of them are so crazy that they could possibly be true, we may talk about them.
All right, come on. We're just asking a lot of you guys today.
Hey.
Anything you want to do, pretty much today is free for all because we're a day late on our podcast. So
it's Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day, so have your mom give you some weird theories.
Yeah.
And also a wag of the finger to Sonic Team because fuck you guys, you ruined Sonic.
Yeah, what's that lost word bullshit that you just...
Bullshit. And I had a really good high score on Sonic Dash. It was like... I don't know. I have a high score of 11 million, but I'm pretty sure at one point I had a high score of almost 20 million. And they have that stupid boss battle Zaz, and even after the Sonic Lost World promo was done, they kept the boss battle in there, and it is the most annoying boss battle. If you have an iPhone and you get Sonic Dash, it's a great game. I'm better than you at it, and it's annoying. I'm probably not better than you at it. Get at me at Flappy Bird, though. I don't want to tell you what my high score is.
Who? Tell him, Tone.
1,064. It's on my Instagram.
Damn, that's crazy. I actually don't have Flappy Bird anymore because I got a new phone.
That's terrible.
That hurts me. Cuts me deep.
That's like my favorite game.
Yo, but I got under 8 seconds and don't touch the white tiles.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's tough. It takes dedication.
What's your time exactly?
It's like 7.948.
I got your beat.
7.35. Damn.
I can't beat it though. Now I'm pretty stuck.
Guys, there's an iPhone and Android game out called Don't Touch the White Tiles, also known as maybe Piano Keys or something like that.
Yeah, piano tiles or something.
Basically, play it. It's free.
I like how there's like games that aren't like games, like Flappy Bird. Like that's actually a video game in a sense, and I like that game. So for all the people that don't like Flappy Bird, like Flappy Bird.
Yeah, you don't have a choice anymore.
That's it. That's the end of that.
So, any purchases this week, Tone?
No. I've been like really just on the struggle with money. So much on the struggle that today I went in my garage.
Yeah.
And I dug up a treasure chest that had a whole bunch of gold in it. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't go in my garage though. And this is, I guess, a substitute for purchase of the week. And I got my old Game Boy thing.
Yeah.
And I found all my really good old Game Boy games. Now that I got the Super Game Boy for the Super Nintendo, the add-on.
Big screen gaming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A good game is Kirby's Block Ball.
Yeah?
That is...
Never played it.
Yeah, that's like my recommendation of the week. It's almost like... What's that game? There was a good... I forget the name of it. Oh, you have a computerized system. You could just look it up.
Keep talking.
I think it was called Arcadia. It's basically a whole bunch of bricks at the top.
Brick breaker, kind of.
A brick breaker. That's exactly what it is. Except Kirby gets all of his cool abilities. Except not in, like, you don't suck them up, It's awesome. It really is a great game, and I don't know if mine still saves because I shut it off. Maybe there's a way to save. I didn't look up. I just kind of went through the first 4 worlds in like a half hour, then I just shut the game off. But it's honestly, yeah, that's it. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, and because you're playing it on the Super, it's got a cool around screen.
The back screen is like pretty sick. Watching some footage on it now. And I found a whole bunch of other games too. Another really good game that I didn't play is Super Mario Land 2.
Ooh, 6 golden coins.
6 golden coins.
That's arguably the best Super Mario Land game.
That is a fantastic game.
Absolutely.
That game is real. I cannot wait to play that. I found like Kirby's Dream Land. I found like Game & Watch Galleries 1 and 2.
Game & Watch Galleries were really fun too.
Yep. I found like Monster Rancher games. I found like a whole bunch of stuff. Like and you know what's really good about it is that they age like really well. Like a lot of games like that I wouldn't think age well, but those games like this game, like just look at it. Like,
I mean, it's a classic game, and it will always be a classic game. You know?
And they're just good, yeah. Like, there's, I don't know, a lot of games, like,
Well, and you have to bounce things off the top?
Yeah, you have another, thing at the top. Yeah, when you hit A, it opens, like, the breakers, or whatever you want to call it, and it makes him, like, big. And then if he hits a spike when he's big like that, he won't die.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great game, so check it out if you can find it on the... I don't know how much it's worth, but yeah, Kirby's Ball Sack.
Kirby's Ball Sack for the Super Game...
Guy.
Alright. Let's see, my purchase of the week. Did we talk about the other purchases yet or no?
No, I don't think you taught these.
Yeah, no.
No, that's all new, man.
So, a couple new purchases actually.
Which I still need.
For his collection. I got them. I got Snowboard Kids 1 and 2 for the Nintendo 64. As well as the Mass Effect trilogy for the PS3. On Tyler's recommendation, that's a dog hair on your popcorn.
I almost just ate dog hair.
And then you threw the popcorn on the floor to get more dog hair.
Up. There it is. It's in the garbage.
I'm like, what are you doing? Don't dump it. What else did I buy? Oh, Mario Kart Wii.
Oh yeah, we just got that. We're gonna play that soon. Actually, we're gonna have a Mario Kart off. We'll tell you who won what next week.
Oh yeah.
But
I don't even know.
Spoiler alert: Tone's gonna win most of them.
Spoiler alert: Tone's out of his goddamn mind. Actually, I thought we were still on this outrageous theory thing that Tone with his winning. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Ooh, we should do that as a segment in the future.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Just steal all the segments.
We don't need to come up with anything by ourselves.
We can just use existing segments on other television shows.
And Outrageous Theory Crackhead segment.
I can't wait for next week's Outrageous Theory.
I already have 10 lined up.
Oof. Alrighty, guys. Let's see. What else? What else we got going on our plates? I don't know. I think that's really about it for this week.
I feel like we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think so. I think we kept the people entertained, perhaps.
I hope.
You let us
comment. No, I'm just kidding.
Comment on this video, please. Spread the word. Honestly, we can't do this without you guys. Audience participation is what keeps us going.
Oh, we can damn well do it without you guys, but we'd rather have you guys
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
So as a thank you to you guys, we're going to use this last 2 minutes as an ad for you guys to go like all of our shit. He's Chicken Fajita 12 on Twitter and YouTube, and Chicken Fajita 12, except the 12 is spelled out on Facebook.
That's right.
I'm Cats on everything on Instagram. I like long walks on the beach.
He's also TouchFuzzyGetDizzy on Kick.
Oh yeah, I still have a Kick. TouchFuzzyGetDizzy.
He's our younger viewer, like the kids with the Kick and the Instagram. I'm old school with Twitter and Facebook.
I just do not like Twitter that much.
It keeps me connected. Damn, I'm old.
Damn, you're old. And I got rid of my Facebook because Facebook and Google are for
fake book.
I get it.
This is funny.
Have fun with your fake book.
Yeah. Fine. I will. I'll even post a link to this video on it.
Wow.
And I'll even post a link to my fake book on this video.
If only we could keep arguing for another 48 seconds.
That would be great.
Just to have it an even hour.
That would be crazy. Alright, guys, but seriously, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
We really appreciate it. Do spread the word, because I feel the best way to get more people to listen is word of mouth. Or as Ludo would put it, word of mouth.
Mouth. Only if you like it, though. Don't do us a favor. We really do, I don't know, we try. I put a lot into this, really. I really do like this podcast.
Yeah, I think it's a good podcast. We got a good thing going here. So,
will you marry me?
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Say hi to your mother for me. Last word, Tony?
No.